Meebo is an internet company. We are an engagement platform for publishers and brands. Our flagship application is called the Meebo Bar. It is adopted by premium publishers to increase engagement and revenue on their websites. Meebo works with traditional media companies and new media companies. Some of the traditional media companies we work with include CBS Studios, Meredith, Hearst Newspapers, NBC. We recently signed a deal with Hearst Magazines. So we really have a lot of traditional media companies we work with, as well as newer media companies like Major League Gaming, Cafe Mom, and others. Publishers integrate Meebo to have a new feature for their websites to get users engaging with more content. So once they integrate the bar, which is a very straightforward process, they can begin manipulating the application and configuring it to get more people interacting with their content. And then we also have an advertising component that we sell and that publishers can also sell that generates revenue for their website from their audience. In the last 18 months, we've seen a really significant uptake of our application among traditional media companies. We went from having about 10% of our customers as traditional media companies to now greater than 50%. So that's really exploded for us. We've really focused in the last 18 months on the needs of traditional media companies from an ad tech standpoint, from a performance standpoint, from a data standpoint, from a configurability standpoint, I think most importantly from a standpoint of user experience. So the traditional media companies really kind of demand a lot from us and demand a lot from their vendors, and it's not an overnight kind of story. So it's something that we've worked on from product release to really take our product from being something that was nice to have for publishers to something that publishers are now adopting quickly and en masse. So already in 2012, we've brought a lot of new products to market. We completely reskinned and redesigned the Meebo Bar. We took it from a design that was very hard to notice and sort of be blended into the browser to a much bolder design that had a much more modern design aesthetic. So we focused on that, and the results have been great. We've seen increases in ad engagement. We've seen increases in CPMs. We've also seen significant increases in user engagement. So we're really excited about the results we've seen from that redesign. We've also beginning to focus on more and more components that work for publishers while they sleep. So publishers want configurability and they want to be able to manage social and content on a daily basis and an hourly basis. But what we found is that publishers also want tools that are automated, that work while they sleep, that work kind of from the cloud and deliver a lot of value without having them to invest a lot of resource. So we spent a lot of time thinking about that. The first product we released was called Feed Notifications. It's a way to update your website and update the bar in real time with new content. We're working on a recommendations platform that we're really excited about, and we're also not too far off from releasing a version of the Meebo Bar that works on the iPad, the Samsung Galaxy tablet, and the Amazon Kindle browser. So lots of stuff in store for the second half of the year. We're also thinking about sort of breaking outside the mold of sort of the traditional way we've rendered the bar. It's kind of in a button sort of modular format right now. We want to start featuring more dynamic content, things that are more live, like weather updates, traffic updates, sports updates. We want to make the experience a lot more user-centric and something that users are excited to see on a website versus something that they are kind of neutral about. So lots in store for the second half of the year. We're really excited. Last week we announced a deal with Hearst Magazines. It's a deal that's been in the works for a long time. We launched on 17 magazine about a year and a half ago, and so they've been testing with us. We've been working really closely with them to kind of prove out an initial case, and the results on 17 have been great. They've seen increases in user engagement and revenue from working with Meebo, and so last week we announced a deal where we'll be rolling out on 13 additional properties, including Cosmopolitan, Esquire, and other kind of household magazine names. So it's a big premium partnership that we're really excited about, and we just announced actually last Friday.